My name is PJ and today we're going to be installing this IONIC CXV board on this 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And with this board, everything is included. You'll get your 3 brackets per side along with all the mounting hardware needed to install it. So let's get started. Okay, we're starting on the driver's side front, and you'll notice the 2 sets of holes in the pinch weld. You're going to start there, and then right above those is the rubber grommet you're going to remove, leaving an exposed hole. And then we're going to take the plastic clear retainer washer and go ahead and slightly put it on the bolt plate. And then put the bolt plate up inside the hole. And then finish putting the washer all the way up. You'll take the main bracket, slightly angle the bolt, put the bracket up in there. Then you're going to take your nut, which is going to be an 18mm on your socket. And you want to pull it out just enough to where you can actually get your fingers in there, to get just enough to where you can get a couple threads. Okay, once you get the couple threads on there, then you can actually put the bracket up. Take your small hex head black bolts, going from the inside out, just put them through the holes. And take your small flat washers on each one, and then your locking nuts. Okay, now we've got all the hardware attached to hold the bracket on. Now we're going to go back and tighten it up, starting by using an 18mm deep well for the center. And we're cheating, we're using a power tool. Just going to pull the cladding out enough to be able to get the socket up in there, and then just tighten it down until it tightens up completely. And then we're using a 10mm socket and wrench to tighten up the bolts. All 6 brackets on this vehicle install exactly the same. Okay, we just finished installing all the brackets on the vehicle. Now it's time to do the boards. Before we do that, we've got to take our square-headed bolts and apply them to the bottom of the board. And by doing that, there's notches on one end that you'll just take the head of the bolt, slide it down the channel. You're going to do 3 bolts per channel. And then once you do that, you'll spread them out somewhat evenly, and then we'll flip the board over on top of the brackets and get them all lined up. And now what you want to do is go underneath, slide the bolts over to the brackets, apply them into the slots, and then you'll take your hardware and tighten up underneath, which we're going to do now. Okay, now to do this, you're just going to tip the board up, slide the bolts in line with the slot. You may have to push the board back just a little bit. And once you do that, you'll just drop it through, and you can do that to all 3 bolts, and then you just take your washers and your nut and tighten it down, adjust it accordingly, and you'll be done.